Hello students, in the last session we have discussed some of the problems on classification of partial differential equations and finding the general solution for homogeneous as well as non-homogeneous partial differential equations and Monk's method. So in this session let's solve some problems regarding Monk's method. This is the first problem, that is solve r is equal to a square t using Monk's method. So I can rewrite this equation, this r is equal to a square t as r minus a square t, which is equal to 0. This is the standard equation in Monk's method. So let's compare our given equation with the standard equation. So I have r is equal to 1, coefficient of small r is 1 and there is no s term, so s is equal to 0. Coefficient of small t is minus a square and v is equal to 0. So if I compare my given equation with the standard equation, I will get the values of capital R, capital S, capital T as well as capital V. So from Monk's method, I know the Monk's subsidiary equations. So equation 2 and equation 3 are nothing but Monk's subsidiary equation. Now substitute the value of R, S, T, V in equation 2 and equation 3. So if you substitute these values in equation 2 and equation 3, you will get dy whole square minus a square into dx square is equal to 0. I will call this as equation number 4, and dp dy minus a square dq dx is equal to 0. This is my equation 5. So from equation 4, I can rewrite equation 4 as dy whole square minus a into dx whole square is equal to 0. This is in the form of a square minus b square is equal to 0. So I can rewrite this as dy minus a into dx into dy plus a into dx, that is a plus b into a minus b. So now I will get two equations here, that is dy minus a into dx is equal to 0. I will call this as equation number 6, and dy plus a into dx is equal to 0. I will call this as equation number 7. What you will actually do in Monk's method, you will find out the solution in the form of dz is equal to pdx plus qdy. And then you will integrate this term so that you will get the complete solution for the given equation. So in order to find out the complete solution, you should know what is p, what is q, dx, dy, everything. So for that we are finding all the terms. So now integrate equation number 6 and equation number 7 with respect to x. Integrating 6 and 7 with respect to x. You will get y minus ax is equal to constant c1 and y plus ax is equal to some constant c2. So I will call this as equation number 8 and this as equation number 9. Now from equation 6, I can write dy is equal to a dx. Let's call this as equation number 10. From equation 5, I can write dp dy minus a square dq dx is equal to 0. So I know the value of dy. Substitute dy here. You will get dp into a dx minus a square dq dx is equal to 0. This is nothing but a dp dx. Take a common, dp dx minus a into dq dx is equal to 0. This is nothing but dp dx minus a into dq dx is equal to 0. So now on integrating this, with respect to x, I will get p minus a into q is equal to some constant c3. So now ಈಗ c3 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹೇಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವೇರ್ dy ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಸೊ ನಾನಿಲ್ಲಿ dy ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ, ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 6 ಇಂದ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ 6 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ y minus ax is equal to c1. So c3 is nothing but f1 of y minus ax. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ dy ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು I have considered from equation number 6. The solution of equation number 6 is y minus ax is equal to c1. So c3 will be in terms of functions. So I can write f1 of y minus ax. p minus aq is equal to f1 of y minus ax. So ಈ simplification ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು just because we want to find out what is p and what is q. For that purpose we are doing all this simplification. So now I will call this equation as equation number 11. Similarly, I can write dy as minus a dx. So dy is equal to minus a dx ಆದಾಗ equation 4 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. I will write it here. So dy is equal to minus a dx. So dy is equal to minus a dx ಆದಾಗ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. dp into minus a dx minus a square dq dx is equal to 0. So just multiply ಮಾಡಿರೋದು minus a dx dp minus a square dq dx is equal to 0. Minus a I have taken out as common. So dx into dp or dp into dx plus a into dq dx is equal to 0. So again integrate this with respect to x. You will get p plus aq is equal to some constant c4. So again ಇಲ್ಲಿ dy ನ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು from equation number 7. So solution of equation number 7 is y plus ax is equal to c2. So here c4 will be p plus aq is equal to f2 of y plus ax. I will call this as equation number 12. So now my main aim is to find out the value of p and q. So equation 11 and 10 na add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ I will get the value of p. So ಆಮೇಲೆ p value substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you can easily find out what is q. Let's do that now. p minus aq is equal to f1 of y minus ax, that is from equation number 11. And equation number 12 is p plus aq is equal to f2 into y plus ax. So ಎರಡು equation add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ minus aq plus aq gets cancelled. So 2p is equal to f1 y minus ax plus f2 into y plus ax. So p value bantu. If you subtract these two equation, you will get the value of q. Subtract ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, that is p minus aq minus is equal to f1 of y minus ax, p plus aq is equal to f2 of y plus ax. Subtract ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ p gets cancelled. So minus aq becomes minus 2aq, f1 of y minus ax minus f2 of y plus ax. So q find out ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ q is equal to minus 1 by 2a into f1 of y minus ax minus f2 of y plus ax. So now the final solution will be in the form of dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. So I know what is p, 1 over 2 into f1 of y minus ax plus f2 of y plus ax, and q into dx, q is minus 1 over 2a into f1 of y minus ax minus f2 of y plus ax. So now I have to find out z. Find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ what we can do, we can integrate this whole term. So integrate ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ f1 terms ನ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ, f2 terms ನ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೊ f1 ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. f1 ಆಫ್ y ಮೈನಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬೈ 2 ಮೈನಸ್ 1/2a ಇಂಟು dy ಪ್ಲಸ್ f2 ಇಂಟು y ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬೈ 2 ಮೈನಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ dy ಬೈ 2a. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ dz ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ ಸಿ ಎಮ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ a ಇಂಟು ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ dy ಬೈ 2a, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ ಸಿ ಎಮ್ 2a ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ a ಇಂಟು ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ dy ಬೈ 2a. ಸೊ y ಮೈನಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲೇ ಬರೆಯೋದು. ಈಗ ಸೈನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟು ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಯಿತು y ಮೈನಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿ ಇಂಟು y ಮೈನಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರಿಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ a ಇಂಟು ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಡಿ ವೈ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್. ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಡಿ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಡಿ ವೈ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿನೂ ಕಾಮನ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ y ಮೈನಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ f2 ಇಂಟು y ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್, I have taken out d as common, so y plus ax by 2a. So this is nothing but my dz. So if I integrate this whole term, I will get the value of z. But illi function irado, I don't know the value of this f1 of y minus x or f2 of y plus ax. So what I will do is, I will write it in general form. That is, if I integrate this, I will get f1 of y minus ax plus f2 of y plus ax, where f1 of y minus ax is nothing but integrating this term into d into y minus ax by 2 with respect to x, with respect to y minus ax, and f2 of y plus ax is nothing but integrating f2 of y plus ax by 2a with respect to d of y plus ax. So this is nothing but my general solution or my complete solution to the given problem. The second problem is r minus t into cos square x plus t p tan x is equal to 0. I will call this as equation number 1. I have to compare this equation with the standard equation rr plus ss plus tt is equal to v. So r is equal to 1. The coefficient of small r is 1. So s, there is no s term here. So s will be 0. Coefficient of small t is cos minus cos square x, and remaining is p tan x. That is, I will transfer this p tan x to the right hand side. So I will get v is equal to minus p into tan x. So if I compare my given equation with the standard equation, I will get these values. Now what I have to do? To the Mong's subsidiary equation, I have to substitute the value of r, s, t as well as v. So let's substitute that. R into dy whole square minus s into dx dy plus t into dx whole square is equal to 0. This is equation number 2. R dp dy minus v dx dy plus t dq dx is equal to 0. This is my equation 3. These two are called as Mong's subsidiary equation. So I have to substitute my values, my r, s, t and v in these two equations. So if I substitute, what I will get? Dy whole square minus cos square x dx whole square is equal to 0. That is my equation number 4. And one more is dp dy plus cos square x, minus v value is minus p tan x, so it is plus p tan x dx dy minus cos square x dq dx is equal to 0. I will call this as equation number 5. So from 4, Again, this is in the form of a square minus b square. I can write this as cos x dx whole square. So it is in the form of a square minus b square. The formula of a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. So I will get dy plus cos x dx into dy minus cos x dx. I will call is equal to 0. I will call this equation. Okay, I can rewrite this as dy plus cos x dx is equal to 0 and dy minus cos x dx is equal to 0. This is my equation number 6. This is my equation number 7. So from 6, solution of equation 6, that is integrate equation 6 with respect to x, we will get y minus sin x is equal to c1. Integrating equation 6 with respect to x. So I will get y minus sin x is equal to c1. If I integrate equation 7 with respect to x, I will call this as equation number 8. If I integrate equation 7, I will get y plus sin x is equal to c2. This is my equation number 9. So again, now from equation 6, I can write the value of dy as, okay, from equation 7 cos x dx. This is from 7. So now substitute the value of dy in your equation number 5. So what you will get? So dp into cos x dx plus p tan x dx cos x dx minus cos square x dq dx is equal to 0. So in all the terms we have cos x dx. So I have taken cos x dx as common. It will be dp plus p into tan x dx minus cos x dq is equal to 0. So this becomes dp plus p tan x dx minus cos x into dq is equal to 0. Now what you will do? You will integrate this equation with respect to x. So before integrating, for simplicity, let's make some simplification here itself. Why we are doing all these steps? It's just because we want to find out the value of p as well as q, so that I can find out the complete solution for my given PDE. For that purpose, we are doing all this procedure. So to make the equation simpler, what I will do is I will multiply secant x throughout. So if I multiply secant x, what I will get? Secant x dp plus p into secant x into tan x is nothing but sin x by cos x minus secant x into cos x into dq is equal to 0. So I will retain this secant x dp as it is plus p into secant x into tan x minus secant x is nothing but 1 by cos x into cos x. So you will get dq which is equal to 0. So now look at these two terms. If you differentiate secant x with respect to dx, you will get secant x into tan x. If you differentiate dp, you will get p. So if you integrate dp, you will get p. So I can write this as differentiation of p into secant x. Product rule apply madidre enagutte. First you will write p as it is. Differentiation of secant x is secant x into tan x. So next secant x as it is, you will differentiate p, that is nothing but dp minus dq is equal to 0. So I can write this as d into p secant x minus q is equal to 0. So if I integrate this with respect to dx, differentiation integration gets cancelled. P secant x minus q is equal to c3. So now Look at carefully. This constant value from where I will take the dy value I have chosen from my equation 7. So solution of equation 7 is y plus sin x. So this will be p into secant x minus q is equal to f1 of y minus sin x. Sorry, it is y plus sin x. Sorry, I have made a small mistake here. If you integrate equation 6, you will get y plus sin x, that is equal to c1. If you integrate equation 7, you will get y minus sin x is equal to c2. So now this is y minus sin x. So similarly, I have to find out one more value, that is if dy is equal to minus cos x dx. So substitute this value in your equation number 5. You will get, again I have substituted the value of dy in your equation number 5. So I will get dp into minus cos x dx plus p tan x into minus cos x dx into dx minus cos square x dq dx is equal to 0. So if you simplify this, that is taking out minus cos x dx as common, you will get this, that is equal to 0. So this is nothing but dp plus p tan x dx plus cos x into dq is equal to 0. Again, to make the problem simpler, I have multiplied secant x throughout the equation. So I will get secant x dp plus p secant x tan x plus dq is equal to 0. Here also secant x into cos x is 1, so it is plus dq. So again I can write this term as differentiation of p into secant x. I have taken d as common, so p secant x plus q is equal to 0. If you integrate this, integration and differentiation gets cancelled. You will get p secant x plus q is equal to c4. Now the value of c4 will come from your equation number 6. So p into secant x plus q is equal to f2 of y plus sin x. Okay. So now this is equation number 11, that is f1 into y minus sin x. This is equation number 12. So now if you add equation 11 and 12, what you will get? You will get the value of p secant x, that is you will get the value of p. That is p secant x plus p secant x is 2p secant x minus q plus q gets cancelled. f1 y minus sin x plus f2 y plus sin x. So p will be 1 over 2 into f1 y minus sin x plus f2 into y plus sin x into 1 by secant x, that is nothing but cos x. This is the value of p. Now I have to find out the value of q. So if you subtract equation 11 and 12, you will get the value of q as, I will write it directly, you will get q as 1 over 2 into f2 of y plus sin x minus f1 of y minus sin x. So now I know that the complete solution is given by dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. Let's substitute the value of p as well as q now. So what I will get? 1 over 2 into f1 of y plus y minus sin x plus f2 into y plus sin x into cos x dx plus f2 into y plus sin x minus f1 of y minus sin x divided by 2 into dy. So this is my dp into dx, this is my q into dy. So if I integrate this, I will get the value of z. Okay, so I will write f1 terms one side and f2 terms in the another side. So it will be I have taken f1 terms one side, so it will become f1 into y minus sin x into cos x dx minus f1 into y minus sin x into dy, that is cos x dx minus dy, cos x dx minus dy. f1 y minus sin x is common, whole divided by 2 plus f2 into y plus sin x. If I take it as common, I will get cos x dx plus dy by 2. Okay, so again f1 of x into dx form, so I have to interchange these two. So I have taken minus outside, so f1 y minus sin x into dy minus cos x dx by 2. Here also f2 into y plus sin x, I have interchanged these two. Since here both are positive, there will be no need to take negative and all common. So dy plus cos x dx by 2. So cos x dx is nothing but differentiation of sin x with respect to x. So I can write this as differentiation of sin x. You will get cos x dx itself. So minus f1 y minus sin x as it is, dy minus differentiation of sin x with respect to x. Similarly, f2 y plus sin x as it is, dy as it is, cos x dx I can write as differentiation of sin x with respect to x, whole divided by 2. So here I have taken d outside, so minus f1 of y minus sin x into differentiation of y minus sin x, you will get the same thing, plus f2 into y plus sin x into differentiation of y plus sin x divided by 2. This is my dz. So now if I integrate this term, I will get z. So again I don't know what this function is, so I will write it as f1 of y minus sin x plus f2 of y plus sin x, where f1 of y minus sin x is nothing but integration of minus f1 of y minus sin x into d of y minus sin x, whole divided by 2, that is integrate this function with respect to d of y minus sin x divided by 2. Similarly, f2 of y plus sin x will be integration of f2 into y plus sin x by 2 with respect to y plus sin x. So this is nothing but my final solution to the given differential equation, that is partial differential equation using Monk's method. Thank you.